Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and today I am here with the brand new, just released today, Taylor Grand Theater, or the GT model. The Grand Theater is offering Taylor guitar players something they've been asking for a really long time. It's an all solid wood, made in the USA guitar that offers us a new body shape that hasn't existed in Taylor's lineup before. It's featured off the Grand Orchestra platform. So Taylor makes the largest body shape, the Grand Orchestra. So it's that shape, but shrunk. And is currently in this shape, in this design, is similarly dressed to an American Dream guitar with a satin finish and all those types of appointments. Let's talk about exactly what the Grand Theater is and some specs. Specs are important in this instance. Scale length on this guitar is 24 1/8 inch scale. So if you think about a GS Mini, it's a 23.5 inch scale. So it's longer than a GS Mini, but it's shorter than a Grand Concert, the 24 7/8 inch scale. So it's shorter than that. Its nut width is 1 23/32. Easy to remember. Most important to know about that is it's not as wide as a full-size 1 3/4 inch Taylor, but it's not as thin as a GS Mini. And so it's like you're gonna have that kind of room to play. We have intermediate here, scale length and nut width. So we have a little bit more string spacing than a GS Mini, a little bit longer scale than a GS Mini, which gives us easier play for closer to a full-size guitar. And we have the scale length that keeps the slinkiness of the strings. It's still really easy to depress the strings. These come with light gauge strings on them, which is important to know, because the tension is very similar. They're just, here's how Taylor's describing it. Like if you took a full-size guitar and tuned it down a half a step, or if you put 11 gauge strings on a guitar. So extremely easy to play. Now, that's just like the nuts and bolts of the shape of the instrument, so we kind of get some idea of the dimensions. And we have 15 inches across the lower bout, which is the same as a Grand Concert model. So we have that in. Now, let's talk tone woods. We have a solid spruce top on here. We have urban ash back and sides, which is awesome. We have mahogany neck, and then a eucalyptus fretboard and bridge. Now, what do we know about spruce? Spruce is very boastful, and that'll be the case with this guitar. You'll absolutely notice it. What do we know about urban ash? Well, urban ash came into the lineup when Taylor introduced the 324 CE Builders Edition, and something that Taylor is very passionate about is finding woods that are sourced ethically and abundant, that sound great as well. And Andy Powers was on the hunt for a long time, and urban ash, as we came across, and it's on the West Coast, and it's something that they use for treescapes and city planning along highways. And it turns out this urban ash has a very mahogany-ish type of tone. It's warm and resonant and super midsy and super woodsy. It definitely has got that like kind of authentic tone, which is really, really great. That matches beautifully with the spruce top. So they are now using that here, and you can definitely hear that in this guitar. The secret and the newest innovation in this guitar is the bracing. It's a cantilever bracing system, or a C-class. So Taylor's obviously worked really hard to introduce V-class bracing across many of their guitars. This is C-class, so the shape of this guitar is internal, it's asymmetrical, the bracing. And that allows for the guitar to be way more boastful and emote and really give you a ton of volume. We know just from talking to guitar players all day, and Taylor certainly knows, that this type of shape has been super in demand. The GS Minis are incredibly popular. Awesome instruments, a lot of fun to play, but they're not all solid wood, and they are a little smaller. So when you're trying to keep something that is a fuller size instrument and you want that bigger bottom end, you need to get a touch bigger and all solid wood. Obviously being made in the US means Taylor's best employees are working on these, so the best builders that they have are gonna build on these. So let's talk about the tone. This guitar is surprisingly huge, really, really big sounding. So let's go ahead and, what do I do in all my videos? I talk about dynamic range. This is, how does it sound lightly, with light attack through a heavier attack. Let's check it out. So what did I notice right away? Obviously, this guitar definitely has like that rootsy, woodsy vibe to it without a doubt, especially in the extremes on the top and the bottom. What I found really great about this is the top end is round and kind of like sparkly, but not brash at all. And that's, you know, as you've got guitars that get to be smaller, the bracing and the tone wood choices are gonna dramatically impact the type of sound that we get. And we've definitely all played guitars that are tinny up top, and we generally, as a rule, don't prefer those. So this has that sparkle and that kind of like that bell-like tone, which we, you know, really is nice because it cuts through and is noticeable, but it's not shrill in any way, shape, or form, so don't sweat that. The bottom end is awesome. I mean, really fat, but still defined. I hope you noticed when I was kind of playing those notes, they were holding really true, and let's do that just like poof. And then the cool thing is when you're playing percussively, still feels like, man, much bigger than it should based on what you'd think in the shape of the guitar. So the Grand Theater, you can check out right on our website, empiremusiconline.com. We include full factory setups with everything we sell. You can give us a shout, 412-343-5299. You can always text me, 412-915-7118. This guitar is coming two ways, as you see it with the Taylor Expression System 2, or just acoustically. They come with the Aero case, which is an amazing case. We always offer a great experience, so we can always take really, really good care of you and make sure we give you a premium, you know, top to bottom experience. Make sure you get a great guitar, whether you choose this or any other Taylor. So what I want you to do is check out the photos of the individual guitars. These are coming any minute now. We're doing pre-launch today, and these are going to be available over the next week or two. They're going to start to sprinkle in. We're taking special orders and pre-orders, so give us a shout. I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music. This is the new Taylor Grand Theater from Empire Music and empiremusiconline.com. Thanks for watching.